Hi, all. Let's start. Right. So we are here, guys. Stage three, guys. Right. So what is stage three? Uh, Simple storage service, guys. Right. Right. S3. So it's the bucket storage. Right. So S3 is the bucket storage. Right. Right. So it's object-based storage, guys. Okay. So it's object-based storage. Data is replicated across multiple facilities. Okay. Unlimited storage. Amazon S3 stores data as objects within bucket. Okay. So where is going to store within bucket space. Okay. So look at the icon here. It's the bucket, guys. Okay. So it's object. So it's like object. So it's going to store as it is. Right. So it won't break into multiple chunks. So how about EVS? EVS. So it breaks multiple chunks, guys. Right. Something like this. Right. So here, so we create the bucket. The service, Amazon S3 service. Using the service, we create a bucket. Using a EC2 service, we create EC2 instances, guys. Right? So likewise, using S3 service, we create the bucket, guys. Inside bucket folder something objects. Right? So we access this one outside. Right? Right. So here EC2 instances, guys. So here we have EC2 instances. Access the S3 storage. Okay. So the particular instance wants to access the data. So let's say it's a picture or something. They access. Okay. So data is replicated across multiple facilities. Right. So we access via the EC2. Okay. Okay. So here we have different storage classes, guys. What about normal hard drive? Do we have different storage classes? So your laptop or desktop, do we have different storage classes? No, right? So only one storage, right? So it's your HDD or SSD hard drive, right? We have one storage, but S3 comes with different storage classes, guys. Okay. So because of the cost savings, right? Costing, it comes with a concept known as storage classes. Okay. So standard storage class. IA, infrequent access. IA means infrequent access. One zone. Okay. So it's in one availability zone. Intelligent triggering. Right. So this one is a special case. So which comes with AI. Okay. intelligent theory. So it will decide the storage class. Right. And we have glacier, a glacier deep archive, something like this, guys. Let me show you here. Right. Right. We have different storage classes. So for last class, we have discussed these things, right? Isn't it, right? Right. So here, storage classes. Standard storage class. Infrequent access. Intelligent theory. One zone. A glacier. Glacier deep archive. RRS, guys. Right? Right. So where can we find the storage class? Right. So in S3 dashboard, where can we find below storage classes, guys? So here S3. So S3 dashboard, guys. So here we have buckets here. Right. The number of buckets. Right. So some buckets are belongs to Mumbai. Some buckets are belongs to Virginia because it's a global service. Right. Right. So let's choose one bucket. Say let's choose this one. Right. Terraform ST state bucket or something, right? Or let me choose right. So this bucket, guys. Right. So it's the bucket. Right. Right. So bucket, inside bucket we have object. Right. You can place your object here or create a folder. Right. Inside folder you place your file. So here files or folders are objects, guys. Right. Right. So here, so look at the storage class, guys. So what is the storage class? So let's say this file, this file is Linux process. So what is the storage class, guys? Standard storage class. Right. So is there choose this one. Right. So storage class. So what is the storage class? Standard, guys. Okay. So here edit here. Here you get all the storage classes. Standard, intelligent theory. Standard IA mean infrequent access. One zone IA. So here, guys, here. Right. So we have different storage classes. Okay. So what is S3 standard? It's a general purpose storage of frequently accessed data, fast access, and object replicated in multiple availability zones. Okay. So by default, what is the storage class? So you upload an object or you upload a file. By default, your file goes to standard storage class. Okay. It's a default storage. Okay. So here fast access, guys. The object replicated multiple availability zones. So what is availability zones? So we discussed, guys, the availability zones and all. Yes or no? Okay. The availability zones we have discussed. So last class we have discussed the virtual private cloud. availability zone. We discussed the subnets, isn't it? Right. So guys, I have a question for you guys. Without subnets, can we create resources? Without subnets, guys, can we create Amazon resources like EC2 instances, databases? So without subnet, how do we assign IP address space? Right? So we need subnet, right? Without subnet, we can't create resources, right? The subnets are the one define IPs, right? Right. So here, fast something like this, right? And here we have infrequent access space. So infrequent access, right? So zero access object replicated in multiple availability zone base. So multiple availability zone means, guys, the data is going to store multiple availability zones, multiple physical locations. Okay. So we have multiple availability zone space. Okay. So your data is going to store multiple location space. Anything goes wrong, if one availability goes down, then still we recover the data, guys. Right? Something like this. So one zone means the data is going to store only one availability zone, guys. Right? That's what they come up with a name known as one zone IA, infrequent access. Okay. The data is accessed less frequently, guys. So some data you frequent access space. Some data is less frequent, right? Then you may choose this storage class or this storage class, right? So here you have the backup multi-AZ. So here is there any multi-AZ? No, right? Can we recover the data here? Right? Can we recover the data? No, right? Right. So rapid access when needed, slow access, no object replication, right? So no object replication means is one zone, one zone. So what about here? Multi-AZ means the data is going to replicate it multiple locations, guys. Right? Data is going to replicate multiple locations, right? So here, no object replications. So here we have intelligent rearing, guys. Right? If you don't know the data pattern, right? So the best option would be S3 intelligent rearing, guys. So it will decide the storage class. So it's like this. Some data you daily access, guys. Some data you once a week, once a month. If you don't know the data pattern, so are we going to access frequent or less frequent? If you don't know, best option would be intelligent rearing, guys. This storage class. It will decide the storage class, right? So first is learn. First is learn the data pattern. Are you going to access daily, weekly, monthly, right? Then it will decide the storage, right? Automatically moves data to most cost-effective triangles, right? So we have glacier and glacier deep archive, something like this. We'll see the differences, right? Right. So standard, so designed for frequent access data, right? So sales reports, some finance, right? So, uh, so we go for standard storage, right? BA reports, business analyst reports, the daily sales, right? So it's a best option, guys. Standard guys. Some configuration files, right? Right. So durability is something like this. Availability is something like this. So we have multiple availability zones, right? Something like this. So availability zones maximum greater or equal to 3 guys. Your data is going to replicate maximum 3 availability zones is safe. Minimum storage duration none. Minimum billable object size none. So the 100 GB data they charge $2.3, right? Right. 100 GB they charge 2.3 guys, right? So right now it could be different, 2.332 or 35 something like this, huh? Right? It's a rough amount, right? So it's a monthly charge, right? So here, okay. Next one, infrequent access case. Right. So long live data, your backups. So your audit backup, right? You may contact audit annually, right? So there are some audit backups, right? A database backup, right? So it's the ideal option, right? So the price, you see the price. So $1.28 per month, right? So compare with this one is cheap, guys. Okay, right? Right. So availability zones, something like this. So here minimum storage duration 30 days. So once to place the data here, the data should be here 30 days, guys. Right? Minimum storage duration 30 days. Can we make it 1 day, 2 day, 7 days? No. Right? 30 days. Right? So they start to build from this size, guys. Right? So retrieval fees apply, guys. Right? So when you downloading also they charge. Right? So this is the storage charge. Right? So it's a storage price, guys. It's a downloading price, retrieval price. So is there any retrieval price here, guys? Any retrieval price for this storage class? Okay, right? So any retrieval price for S3 standard? No. What about here, guys? The downloading they charge. Uploading is free, guys. Here, downloading plus uploading, both free. Only payment for the storage. So here, the storage plus downloading, guys, per GB they charge, right? Right. Next one we have intelligent peering, guys, right? So if you don't know the data pattern, so how frequently are we going to access? We don't know, right? Then the best option would be intelligent rearing, guys. Right? So this is the price. This is the price, guys. Right? So what type of data? Long life data with changing or unknown access patterns. If you don't know the access pattern, this is the best option, right? So here some charges for monitoring and automation fees per object apply. No retrieval fees, guys, right? So they charge for monitoring and automation fees, right? Because it's some AI, right? So it's going to track your data for some times. Then it will decide the storage class, right? That's what monitoring comes here, guys, right? And it will automatically place the data into a particular storage, right? Some sort of automation. They charge for the monitoring and automation, right? So S3, so one zone, guys. So data, the availability zone one, guys. Okay, so here 3, availability zone 3. So what about here? 3, guys. What about here? 3. So here, so it's going to store inside one availability zone, right? Right. So it's a billable size. The price is $1, right? It's very cheap, right? So per GB retrieval fees apply, not reliance to loss of availability zones, guys, right? So not resilient to loss. So if you lose the data, can you recover? No, right? And we have Glacier and Glacier Deep Archive, right? So let's see the difference between Glacier and Glacier Deep Archive. So the long-term data archiving with retrieval times ranging from minutes to hours, right? So the downloading time, guys, minutes to hours, guys, right? Durability, availability zones, minimum storage duration 90 days, minimum billable object for 40 KB, right? The price, right? Price. So what about this one? The Glacier Deep Archive. So they very cheap, guys. Very cheap, right? Right. So here we have Glacier and Glacier Deep Archive, right? So these things same. So here also is going to store 3 availability zones. Per GB retrieval fees apply, guys. Downloading they charge, right? You must first restore archive object before you can access them. Something like this, right? So before you access the data, first of all, restore, right? Right. So here there are 3 options, guys. Expedited, standard, bulks. So what about here? Expedited, not available. Standard within 12 hours, bulk within 48 hours, guys. Right? Right. So let's discuss this one. So the options like expedited, standard, bulk. Expedited retrieval allow you to quickly access your data when occasional urgent requests for subset of archive are required, guys. Right? So it's bit quickly. So if you choose this option, right? So it's 1 to 5 minutes, guys. You get the data within 1 to 5 minutes, right? Standard, so you get 3 to 5 hours, right? So if you choose bulk option, it's 5 to 12 hours, the retrieval, but it's very cheap one, right? So Glacier comes with 3 options: expedited, standard, bulk, right? So if you choose expedited, right, the retrieval are typically made available within 1 to 5 minutes. So here 3 to 5 hours, here 5 to 12 hours, right? Right. So these things, guys, expedited, standard, bulk, right? These options applicable in Glacier Deep Archive. So these options applicable, not available, guys. Right? This one is not available. But about standard, so it's 12 hours. It's bulk 48 hours, guys. Right? You get the data. If you choose this one, after 1 day you get the data. So it's after 2 days you get the data, guys. Okay, right? Right. So these are some difference between the Glacier and Glacier Deep Archive. Right? So other options are similar, guys. So availability, right? Uh, Availability zones, the minimum objects, minimum billable object size 40 KB, right? So these things, guys, the Glacier, long-term data archive within retrieval times ranging from something like this, guys. So, right, so some backups, some old backup, you place it here, guys. Okay, something let's, right? So it's also for the old backups, right? Retrieval times 12 hours, right? Right, but very cheap, right? And we have RSS. RSS is not recommended, guys. It's like tape drives, right? It's known as tape drives, right? So it's RSS, guys, right? So these are some storage classes available in S3, right? So we have some storage classes, right? Yeah, you can choose. Right. Right. So create bucket. So here, so you choose so general purpose device. So let's choose general purpose. Right. So the bucket is going to sit inside this one, this region. Right. The thing is, guys, S3 is the global service. Right. The global service is going to create bucket inside this region, guys. Is that the regional service? No. What about EC2? EC2 is a regional service, right? Right. The global service is going to create the bucket inside this region, right? The bucket name. The bucket name should be unique name, guys, right? There are some regulations to choose. Sorry, there are some rules to create bucket, guys. So here, So bucket rules, right? Something like this, say, right? The you won't use dot, you can't use the IP address, right? You can't use the hyphens, dollar sign, right? So follow these regulations to create bucket base, right? Right? You can use the capital letters, right? Something like that, right? Right. So bucket name, it should be unique, guys. Why bucket name should be unique, guys? Say, let's say, let me create okay. So Java bucket customer one, guys. So you, or say, let's say customer name, let's say SL Waters, right? Right. So here, something like this. Can you create using this name, guys? Can you create a bucket using this name, guys? No, right? It's unique, guys. It's globally unique, right? So you go for different name, guys, right? You won't use the same name to create the bucket, right? So if someone uses this name globally, you won't use, guys, because it's a global service. What about EC2 instances, guys? Can we duplicate name? Yes, because it's a regional service, right? Right? Right. So if you want to choose the prefix, guys, so inside the bucket, right? Inside the bucket, if you want to create a folder, right? Say S3 is a service, so it's the bucket name. So what is the bucket? What is our bucket name, guys? Java SL waters or something. The prefix, guys. The folder name, right? The folder name, right? Inside this one, you put your files, right? Right. So bucket ownership. So here ACL is disabled or enabled. ACL means access control list, right? Right. So block all public access, guys.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, proceed.
Yeah, for this ACL, if we are so why we are using this? Like, if we have any kind of other guys, we can give any control and give this access, or how we can use this ACL?
Yes, yes, yeah. We'll discuss the ACL and all. So something else, right? So access control list. All objects in this bucket are owned by this account. So it belongs to this account, guys. Right? Access to this bucket and its object is specified using any policies, guys. Right? Right. So by default disabled, the ACL enabled object in the bucket can be owned by other AWS accounts. Access to this bucket and its object can be specified using ACL, guys. Right? Right. We'll discuss solely this one, guys. Right? Right. So let me disable this one. Right. So there are some controls. So we apply access control list. So we apply this one, we apply a bucket policies, right? There are some regulations. So, right, the control say here. Yeah. So these are some controls here, guys. Right? So we have okay. So IAM policies, we have bucket policies, S3 bucket policies, S3 control dispatch, ACL. ACL were the first authorized mechanism in S3, guys. Right? Right? ACL are simplicity, they have allow but no deny, guys. ACL can be used to grant cross account access to other AWS accounts, guys. Right? So if another accounts wants to access your bucket, right? So it's so here. So this bucket belongs to, right? A particular bucket belongs to this account, guys. Right? This account ID. Right? If another account ID wants to access your bucket, then choose this one, guys. Right? Right? Something else. So we recommend disabling ACL unless you need to control access for each object individually or to have object writer on the data they upload. Using a bucket policy instead of ACL to share data with the users outside your account simplifies permissions management and auditing. Right? Okay. We'll detail discuss this. Wait some time. Right. So right now, disable ACL, guys. Right? So all objects, so inside the folders and file, inside the bucket are owned by this account. Access to this bucket and its object. So here, how we access this, how permission is going to give, right? So it's a bucket, right? Inside bucket, we have objects. So your files, folders are object, right? The permission part, right? The permission part, right? Permission applicable for the bucket and the object, guys, right? Right? The permission you have to assign your bucket and object, guys, right? Something like this, right? So both you have to assign permission, guys. Then only from outside we access the data or access the files, right? customer, we access a file. So is there any VPC, guys? So is that inside this, the bucket is inside the VPC or something? Right. So is there any VPC option here, guys? Is there any VPC option comes here? No. Right. So, but if you choose a databases, if you choose EC2 instances, then the VPC comes here, guys. But the region comes here, guys. Right. So where's your bucket right now, guys? Where's your bucket right now? Right. So your bucket is inside this region, guys. What is the region? What is the region? AP South 1. So your bucket is there, right? Your bucket is there. Is your bucket is inside any VPCs? No. Okay. No, guys. It's inside the region. Inside any, sorry, inside the region. Huh? So here. So inside the region, we create the bucket, guys. Are we creating inside VPC? No, guys. Right? So we create EC2 instances inside VPC, databases inside VPC, load balancers, something like this, right? All comes under VPC, guys, right? So it's a region, right? So here the control mechanism ACL. So here bucket owner enforce. Okay, right? So here, right, it's ACL, guys, right? We'll discuss further, right? Bucket public access, guys. So by default, can we access this bucket? So are we going to access the bucket or data, guys? So here, look at here, guys. Look at here. This bucket, right? So the data access is enabled, guys. Right? So here we enable the data access. Right? So the bucket access is disabled, guys. Can we access the data from outside? No, guys. Right? You have to enable both, isn't it? Right? So the object access also enable outside. Bucket access also enable access outside. Then only we access the data. Right? Something like this. Right? Right? So here you get the bucket icon, right? The green color, guys, there's a bucket icon, right? So, right? Right. So block public access, guys. Block public access for this bucket. Right? Right. So block public access means, so it's blocking the bucket level access. Right? It's blocking the bucket level access. Bucket is blocked. Then can we access this one? No, guys. Right? Right. So remove this one. Remove this one. Okay. Now bucket level access we enable, guys. Okay. So there are some ACL comes again, right? Okay, we'll discuss, huh? Right. So when we learn Terraform, we will more discuss this one, guys. Okay. Right. Bucket version, guys. So we have different bucket versions. Bucket version means, so developer uploads a file today. Right? Tomorrow, developer modify the file, again upload, using the same name, guys. Again, next step, modify the file and upload the file using the same name, guys. Right? So it's going to keep different versions, guys. So it's a enable, guys. Right? So versioning enable means, so it's going to keep multiple versions of file. We can quickly restore. So if there's any issue, right? If there's any issue in the latest application, we can modify the previous application. Sorry, we can activate previous application, right? So version should be enabled, huh? Right. So right. So you give some text here, guys. So right. So key value pair, key value, say name and value, guys. Java data, right? You give some meaningful name. Key value pair, right? Something else. Right. You can encrypt the data, right? So by default, Amazon uses S3 managed keys, guys. SSC S3 encryption and decryption, guys. Right? Right. Something like this. So create bucket, guys. Here we create what? Bucket, right? Right. So where is our bucket? So Java bucket, this one. SL waters, this one. Okay. So the bucket is ready, guys. The bucket is ready. Here we have some properties, object. Inside bucket, we have objects, files and folders. You upload files and folders to your machine, right? So here properties. Okay. So bucket properties. Permissions. So here, permissions overview. So the block public access and the bucket policies, right? So we can control using bucket. So block public access. Here we use ACL space, right? ACL is with all mechanism, guys, right? So these days we use the bucket policy or IAM policies, guys, right? Right. Best option would be bucket policy or IAM policies. Okay. So we give more control. Who access what? To access from the particular IP address, access from particular networks, access from particular applications. Likewise, we give more control using bucket policies or IAM, guys. IAM is Identity Access Manager, right? If you want, you may use ACL, right? So it's limited one, right? It's limited, right? Anyway, we will discuss all those options. Yeah. Yeah. So about object ownership, guys. Object ownership means inside the bucket, you upload some object, you upload some files or folders, right? So the ownership belongs to you, right? So you give some the access control, right? So here it comes with some limited options, bucket ownership, right? everyone public access. So here, right? Yeah, everyone public access, authenticated users groups, S3 lock delivery group, right? A grantee, right? Grantee. You give access using ACL for these grantees, guys. The bucket owner. Bucket owner means, can he upload object? Yes. So write list down the object. Yes. Right. So can he control bucket ACL? Yes. Read write. Right. Right. So this bucket has the bucket owner enforce settings applied for object ownership, guys. So right now, can we access this one, guys? So can we, sorry, not access, can we modify this one, right? Can we all modify ACL, guys? So it's grayed out, guys. It's grayed out. Edit is grayed out, right? We can modify, guys. Right? So there's a information here. This bucket has the bucket owner enforce settings applied for object ownership, guys. By default, right, the owner can access, guys. Owner has full access. What about others? Everyone, can they access the object? Can they access the files? No. Okay. Object files. So can they modify these settings? No, guys. Right. Even authenticated users. Right. And we have S3 delivery group, something like that, right? Right. So here, guys. Right. So when bucket owner enforce is applied, use bucket policies to control access, guys. Okay. So here enforce is applied, guys. Okay. So if you go for different permissions, best option would be policies, bucket policies. Okay. So look at here, guys. Look at here. Click bucket owner enforce. Click here, guys. So here, ACL is disabled, guys. ACLs are disabled by default. So here, ACLs are disabled. These ACLs are disabled. Yes. Right. So right. So here, go here, guys. ACLs are enabled, guys. Right. So acknowledge. Enable ACL turned off bucket owner enforce settings. Now we turned off bucket owner enforce settings for object ownership. Right. The by default, guys, the bucket belongs to the particular account, right? Particular account, guys, ownership. So what is shared ownership, guys? Right. So what is ownership and shared ownership is something different, guys. Anyone, guys, what is shared ownership or ownership? Is a one of the Devops concept.
There are few owners, like for the one particular file, there are few owners will be there for who can delete and control, add, change me.
Yes. Yeah, it's correct. Right. So yeah, put it this way, right? It's a DevOps concept, guys. Say you are the team lead, or you are a senior DevOps engineer, right? So in your team, right, you share work, guys, right? So someone create EC2 instance, someone manage databases, someone manage yeah, infrastructure as code, Terraform, right? Someone manages the coding part, right? Something like this, guys. So it's some trust, right? You allocate some ownership for some works, guys, right? So it's a shared ownership, right? Right. Something like, right? So, right? So ACL is enabled, right? Right. So object ownership, right? Right. So here, object ownership. The object also belongs to you, guys. The files and folders are inside the bucket. It belongs to you, right? Right. So bucket, the object ownership, some bucket owner preferred, guys. Right? Right. Save changes. Now see, guys. Now see. Right? So ACL. Now can we edit this one? Can we modify it, guys? Right? The console display combine access grants for duplicate grantees. Right? So here, can we modify? Yes. Edit here, guys. Okay. So here, everyone, list, guys. List what, guys? The public access is list. Okay. So the public, others, right? The outsiders. That means your customers, right? Can they list the bucket? Yes. So can they list the object? Yes. Okay. So can they read the ACL? So if you want to enable this one, they say this, uh, they read the access control. I guess there's a question here. Yes, right. So actually, this means read access is enabled, right? Right. So read access is enabled over the objects, right? So someone lists down your bucket, they get all the objects, okay? Something like this, all the right? Right. So let's enable this one, right? Right. So save changes. Right. Now see, guys, the list, right? So permissions, and we have the metrics there, right? So management part is there, some life cycle rules here, right? Right. Something like that, right? So here the permissions. So we have enabled this one, guys, ACL, right? Right. Now object, right? So let's upload some files, guys. Right. So let me upload some files. So upload. You can upload files and folders, right? So can you upload folders? Yes. Can you upload files? Yes. Right. Right. So let me upload some files. So here destination. So S3 inside this bucket, you have this object. Okay. That. So upload. Okay. Now file has been uploaded. Succeed. Right. And here you get the file details. So here you get the file detail, the file size, the type of the files, the key, the mean file name, right? The sum is so these the data are come from metadata, guys. Right? How Amazon get these details? Right? So how Amazon get the file size, what the type of the files? So because of the metadata, right? Right. Yeah, there's a question here. Uh, okay. Okay, wait some time. Okay, first let me complete this one, right? So let me complete S3 and I'll answer the question, right? The virtual, what they call, mm, wait. Visual Studio Code, right? Wait some time, I'll answer your question now. Right. And we have S3 ARN guys. So what is ARN? So what is ARN here, guys? ARN. So it's Amazon resource name, guys. Okay. All resources get a name, guys. Okay. Amazon resource name. Okay. So it's unique, guys, right? So the name should be unique. Right? The unique name. Right? So let me put something, guys. Wait. ARN. Okay. So identify resources uniquely, guys. Right? So here, so EC2 instances comes with ARN. The load balancer comes with ARN, guys. Databases comes with ARN. S3 also comes with ARN, guys. S3, the bucket, so here. So it's the ARN, guys. Amazon resource name. So how Amazon identify the resource, right? So it's the ARN, guys. Amazon resource name, right? Something like this. S3, right? The bucket name. So it's also resource. The file also resource, right? It's a unique name, guys. Right? Some, right? And the object URL. So how we access this one? How we access this object from outside? Okay, how we access this object from outside using this URL, guys. Right. So let me copy the URL. So go to the browser, right? Go here and paste, guys. So likewise, customers access, right? So likewise, customers access our application or the resources, right? So right now we get access deny, guys. The browser, how we access, guys? Browser, right? So access is deny, guys, right? So it's saying deny. Okay, right. 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 So what we can do is, guys, permissions, right? So previously we have given a bucket permission, guys. So here bucket also comes with a permission, right? Object also comes with a permission, guys, right? So if you want to access the files or application outside, you have to give permission for the particular bucket and object, isn't it, guys? The object we have given, guys, right? Object permission we have assigned using ACL, okay? Object permission, guys. Object permission. Choose the object permissions. So here also we use ACL, right? So how we assign permission, guys? How we assign permissions? We use ACL, guys, right? Very the simple one, right? ACL, right? ACL, guys. So edit here. So here read, right? So bucket list, guys. So are we going to access the bucket object, guys? We access the object. The list is the bucket property, right? So inside the bucket, we put some data. So you say, or you go to grocery shop, guys. So you purchase items and put all those stuff in a bucket, right? So when you bill, right? So you list down, guys. You purchase this item, the carrot, that's something like tomatoes, pumpkin, right? So you list down, right? It's a bucket property. So here, object read, guys, right? Public and read the object, right? Yeah. Object is yours, leave it, right? So when you grant access to everyone or authenticated users group grantees, anyone in world can access this object, guys. Anyone can access, guys. So you put your source code, right? Anyone access? Yes, that's what he's saying. You must select the check to, sorry, you must select the check box to continue. It's in red color, right? Right. Enable this one, guys. Right? Right. So here, specified objects, something like this. Save changes, guys. Right? Right. Now done, guys. Right? Now we have given permission to the bucket and the object, right? Now here, now guys, go here. Just refresh and see, guys. Now can we access this one via browser? Okay. So this access is different, guys. So this also browser access. So we are inside Amazon, right? So we are inside Amazon. But what about this one, guys? We are inside outside. You also can access. Let me share this one. Right. So you also can access this via browser. Right. Are you all inside Amazon, guys? No. Right. Click. Right. Yeah. So we will discuss the some permissions part, guys. Right. Right. So right. The bucket policies, IAM policies, guys. Right. So right. When we learn Terraform, we give more access, guys, more specific access. Right. Right. So right now, go with the flow, guys. Right. 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 So it's bucket. So here you search by name. Something like this. The properties. So bucket ARN. So it's a bucket ARN, guys. The create date, the bucket version. So let's discuss this part. The static website hosting is. So here you host a static website, HTML, some JavaScript website, right? So here you host guys, okay? So let's host a website, right? Okay. So what you can do is, so by default is disable, guys. Is it enable or disable right now? First of all, go to the property and check whether it's enable or disable, guys. Right? Right. So go here, edit, enable this. Right? Hosting type, host a static website. Right? So index documents say put like this, index dot html. Right? So if you have any error pages, put here, guys, error dot html, guys, something else, right? So if it won't find out index dot html, then it throws error using this error dot html, right? Something like that, right? So save changes. Now go to the bucket, guys. Go to the bucket, upload your index.html, right? So let me download a website, guys. Anything, any website. I just randomly choose one website. Yeah. So let's get this website. So here, wait some time. So I'm downloading this page. Okay. So it's a daily mirror site. Okay. Something like this. So here I am downloading. Right. So wait some time, guys. Wait some time, right? So once it get downloaded, right? So let me upload here, guys. Right? Let me upload here. Right? Right. So still downloading. Yeah. Wait. Right. Meantime, guys. So meantime, let me discuss the question. Okay. Anyway, okay. First we complete this one and discuss, right? So there's a question for you guys. Inside the bucket, can we write something, guys? Inside the bucket, can we write something? Is there sense? Anyone, guys? Inside the bucket, can we write? Anyone, guys? So am I audible? Can you hear me, guys? So beyond. Okay, good. Right. Right. The question is, inside the bucket, can we write something?
You mean we can edit?
Edit.
No, sir, do you mean that you can edit or something, or
Can we edit the bucket?
I don't think so.
Right. So bucket we upload, guys. So look at here. So the bucket, the permissions, guys. Okay. So let's go to ACL and edit here, guys. Right. So here, can we write, guys? It's grayed out. Right. It's grayed out. The bucket, we can't write. We can list down the bucket, guys. Right. So you purchase some grocery, you list down. Isn't it? Right. You can't write. Say grayed out. Right. Yeah. There's a question. Yes. So we enable version, guys. So go to the bucket, the properties, bucket version, right? So enable is possible. The bucket version enable means we store different versions of file, guys. Right? So different code, different Java code. Say, let's say there's a Java code, or let's say the Python code, let's sales.py. Right? So every 1 hour you upload. So once you enable version, you save all the versions, guys. Okay? You say, you got enable, guys. Huh? Right. Save changes. Right. So now we have downloaded this one, guys. Right. So now we have downloaded this one, right? The daily mirror, right? So let me change this name as index.html, guys. Okay. Okay. This one index.html, this one keep as it is, right? So this file, let's upload to the particular bucket, right? So go here. So object, guys. So here we upload, right? Inside the bucket, can we write something? No, guys, right? Right. So files. So here we have, this is the file we are going to upload, and this is the folder we are going to upload this, right? Right. So first file. So index.html. Yeah, index.html. Let's upload index.html. Right. Let's upload the folder. Right. Choose the folder. Right. Upload this. So it's done. Now we have uploaded, right? So now we have uploaded the index.html and the folder is. Okay. So if you want to access this one outside, okay, you have to individually give public access file, right? So this folder and file, say, let's go to this folder. All these files, guys, you have to individually give to public access, right? Right. So I say it's nightmare, guys, right? So go to every files and folders, individually give public access, guys. So it's nightmare. So it takes long time. So what you can do is choose this one, choose your files and folders, action. So here, make public using ACL, guys. So one shot, all the files and folders, we give public access, read access, make public using ACL. Okay. Otherwise, you go to each file and give public, sorry, read permission, isn't it? Right? So it's right. So it's one shot, guys. Okay. So make public. Okay. So it's done, guys. So it's done. Now go here, guys. Index.html. Wait. Why? So two times HTML, guys. So it's wrong. So index.html. So right. So go here, guys. Index.html. So get the URL. Meantime, let me close this website. Right? Right. So go here, get the URL and serve this one. Access. Now, guys. Now can we get the Daily Mirror website, guys? Okay. So it's same as Daily Mirror, guys. So how we access, guys? We access using bucket URL, right? Bucket URL. Okay. So likewise, we access the index.html, something like that. Right? So it's a static page. So HTML, some JavaScript, right? Something like this, right? Right. Any questions so far, guys? Are we okay? All right. So hope all good, right? Right. So bucket, yeah, permissions. So server access lock, guys. Okay. So you once you enable this one, here you get the locks. Who access the bucket? Okay. The locks and all, guys. Okay. Right. So let me discuss this also, right? So we have discussed storage class. Storage class, guys. Yes or no? Right? So how we move the data, guys. Right? So how we move the data from one storage class to another storage class, guys. Right? So someone asked this question, right? So say look at here, right? So your data is in one storage class space. Okay. Now you have to move this data to another storage class. Let's say it's a standard storage class. It's a standard storage. Okay. So it's a IA, guys. So let me get the correct name. Infrequent access. So it's the standard S3, yeah. So it's a S3 standard storage class, right? This one, S3 infrequent access storage class, right? Your data is here, guys, right? Say your Python, your data is here, guys. So whatever data, your photos or whatever files, movies or something, right? Now you have to move this one from here to here, guys. One storage class to another storage class. So how we move data from one storage class to another storage class? Okay. So we apply. So it's the object, right? Object. Life cycle, guys. So it's a life cycle. So moving me life cycle, guys. So after sometimes the data goes to this one, guys. This storage class. We use object life cycle, guys. Okay. So after some times, right? So let's say we set. So there's a requirement after 1 month time. This data goes from here to here, guys. Right? There's a customer's requirement, guys. The budgeting and all. They have some requirements. This sales.py goes to S3IA after 1 month time. Right. So how do we modify this one, guys? Right. So look at here. So go here. They choose the data, choose the object, right? So whole object, right? So go down, guys. So it's in the standard storage class. right? Right. So here, okay, standards edit here. So you get the checksum also, the checksum values. So here management. So life cycle configuration list. Life cycle rules. Right? So life cycle, something connected to life cycle, guys. Right? So create life cycle rules. So wait, let me check. There. So here, a life cycle rule name. So put put the name something like this, guys. Right? Apply to all objects inside the bucket. Right? So let's apply these things to all the objects inside the bucket. Right? So life cycle rules. Right? So transaction. So look at here also, guys. Right? So current version, guys. Right? A transaction current versions of object between storage classes. Right? Choose this one. Right? So here, so choose the storage class. So let me choose. So right now is in the standard storage case, right? So where these objects are allocated, guys, right now is in the standard storage, right? Now see, guys, choose the class transaction standard IA. So days after 1 month time, guys, 3 days, right? Right. After 1 month time, data goes to from here to here, guys, right? Transaction current versions of objects. So it's the current versions of object, guys, right? So this one goes from here to here after 1 month time. So likewise we set, guys, right? Right? So some transaction rules, right? So it's called life cycle, like. So here, transaction current versions of object. The storage, right now the stored data between storage classes. Okay. So likewise, we set some rules, guys. Okay. So we can expire data, right? Something, right? Using this one, right? Life cycle rules, we move data from here to here. Okay. So can we, okay, now see guys, now see, go here. So here can we move guys? No, right? The edit storage class can be moved. No guys, right? You said, right? You use the life cycle rules to move the date, right? Right. Something like this, huh? Right? So it's something about S3 guys, right? Right. Further, we will discuss the policies guys, right? We'll come back, right? So when we learn Terraform, we will discuss the S3 policies guys, right? Right. So it's something about this one S3, right? Please refer this one guys, right? And we have the versioning guys, right? Versioning, lifecycle management, encryption, right? Something like that. So we have static website hosting, right? So right. Okay, let me answer this question. Someone asked how to access EC2 instances via what do you call the Visual Studio, right? Isn't it? Okay. The Visual Studio, right? So first of all, download Visual Studio, guys. It's free. Okay. So it's a Microsoft product. So it's free, guys. Okay. So in your production, you have to use Visual Studio, guys. Right? Yeah. So let me open this one. So you can download this product. Okay. So we need a machine. First of all, we need a machine in Amazon, right? Amazon or Azure, right? Whatever, right? So let me on this one. Right. So we need a machine in Amazon, guys. Amazon or whatever platform, right? Right. So use this one. So what you can do is, so you need the public IP and the machine key, guys. Okay. Or the password, whatever it is, right? Yeah. So go here. Right. So first you open this one, guys, Visual Studio Code. So it's free, guys. Right. Yeah. So what you can do is go here, guys. There's a greater and less mark here, guys. Okay. Yeah. So go here. Here, guys. Here, guys. Right. So click here, guys. Right. So connect to host. Once you click here, guys. Once you click here, you get connect to host, guys. Right. So here, configure SSH host. Right. Configure SSH host. Right. This one. Access configure SSH host. So here, guys, config file. SSH config file, guys. Click this one. Right. So here, write like this, host master or whatever name, guys. Java server, right? Or your PHP server, web server, DB server, whatever name, right? And here you have to place your public IP address, your server's public IP address, right? Where can we find out server's public IP address? So here, the public IP address. Copy the public IP address. Okay. So delete this one. This is the previous the IPs. Just paste it, guys. Okay. The username Ubuntu, guys. Okay. What is the cloud server Linux? Sorry, Ubuntu OS username Ubuntu. Right. So where is the PEM key? Right. C users user. So the keys, right? The keys. Okay. So C users user SH. Right. Here you place your keys, guys. Right. The key extension should be PEM extension, guys. Right. It should be PEM extension. So when we access via PuTTY, we use PPK keys, isn't it, guys? Right. So our second class, we have created PPK extension keys, guys. Right. So here you have to use PEM extension keys. Right. What you can do is, if you have PPK keys, you have to convert to PEM extension keys, guys. Right. So here this software need PEM extension keys. Right. Right. So let me convert this thing to PEM. So what is your key name? So what is your key name? So here, guys, 6484 is your key name, right? So it's in the PPK extension, right? So what you can do is go here. This online software, convert, yeah, PPK to PEM, guys. Right? Right? So I think let's go for this one, this tool. Okay. So here, guys, PPK to PEM conversion, right? So it's easy, right? What you can do is upload your PPK, guys. You download this, yeah, 6484. Okay. So convert now. Here, now we have converted. So it's the PEM extension key. So get download. Right? So here, just rename it. Right? There's a name here. Right? So what you can do is just put Linux EC2. Yes, that right? The extension should be PEM extension. Huh? Right? The extension should be PEM extension. Right. So where do we keep this one, guys? Where do we keep this one? It should be inside this file, guys. Sorry, inside this folder. C users user sh, right? Get the path here, guys. Get the path. Wait. Copy the path. Right. So go here, guys. Right. So here. Yeah. So here you have to copy the key. Right. So the downloads. No. So here, paste the key. So what is the key name? Right. So this location, paste the key. Right. So it's done. Now let's put the name, guys. Right. So it's the key, guys. Isn't it? Right. So it's the key. Okay. So in this location, we have placed the PEM key, guys. Clear, guys. Right. Save. Save. There are some update here. There are some messages. Just ignore these messages. Right. So file save, guys. So it's done. Right. This is the server and this is the key. Right. Now what you can do is again go here, the same place, right? That where we have gone earlier. So here, connect to host here, guys. So here, the master. So what is the host we have given? What is the host name? Master. Choose master, guys. Right? Continue. Right. Now it's open another window. Right? This one close it, guys. Right. Look at now see, guys. Look at right. So wait. Wait some time. It seems connected. Right. So go here. Terminal. New terminal, guys. Now see, guys. Right. So now how we access this machine? How we access this machine, guys? Using Visual Studio Code, guys. Right here we run commands. So ls. Right. A date. Right. Something like this, guys. Here we run commands, guys. So here we open files. Right. So here we open file, or here also we open, guys, right? So it's a terminal window, right? That. So here also we open, guys. So open file. Say let's choose the file name. Okay. So here, we open, guys. Okay. Something like this. Something like this. So if you want, you open here also. Just maximize this one. So use commands and open, right? So VA. Okay. So here also you open this terminal, right? If you don't want terminal, just leave it, right? So minimize here, guys. Okay. Here you use your mouse, right? So file, open, edit, right? So likewise we open this. Place, right? Right? Something like this, guys. Right? Right. Your production, you have to use this one, right? The Visual Studio Code, right? So when we learn Terraform, Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, all we use this one, guys. Right? Right. So, any questions? So guys, soon get familiar with Visual Studio Code, guys. Right? So it's free. The software is free, guys. So here, look at here, guys. See. So download Visual Studio Code. So here, choose your platform. Choose your platform. So Windows or Linux, so right? Say right. Choose Windows is easy, guys. Right? Choose Windows and download. Right? So it's pretty free. It's free, guys. Right? Right. So any questions so far, guys? Visual Studio Code, the connectivity, how we convert PEM to PPK, sorry, PPK to PEM files, and we access the servers, something like that. So it's done, right? Security group we have discussed last class, guys. Right. So yeah, another question, guys. I think I have discussed it, right? Last class I have discussed the CIDR, isn't it? So when we create VPC, did I discuss the CIDR, guys? Yeah, this one, CIDR. Classless interdomain routing. Okay. Let me discuss, right? The CIDR, guys. Right? The CIDR, classless interdomain routing. Right? So using this one, we allocate IP address, guys, right? Right. Let me put like this. Right. So classless inter-domain routing is a method for allocating IP address and routing for networks. Okay. Okay. So we create our VPC, guys. Okay. So VPC, inside VPC, we create subnet, guys. Okay. Right. So how we assign a network for VPC and subnets, guys? Using CIDR. Right. Using CIDR, right? We assign network for VPC, guys. VPC is a main network. Azure is known as VNet, right? Right. So main network, we assign IP, guys. Inside main network, we have subnet, guys. Right? So, right? Say, look at here, guys. So VPC. Okay. So it's a choose your VPC, guys. It's the default VPC. Okay. It's a default VPC. What is the default VPC CIDR? Right? So what is the default VPC CIDR, guys? Okay. So it's 16, guys. Okay. It's a main network, 16. Okay. So if you want, so you create your own network. So customers, they need their own network, guys. Okay. VPC, guys. Inside this one, inside the main network, we need subnet, guys. Say, let's say, is our main network, guys. Right? So we create subnets. The question is, guys, where we create subnet, guys? So where we create subnet? So look at here, guys. So is your VPC, right? So subnet, right? So create subnet, right? You have to choose your VPC, guys, right? You have to choose the VPC that means it's your main network CIDR, classless interdomain routing, right? The subnet name, subnet 1, or just a public subnet or private subnet. Public subnet. So what is public subnet? Where we place the web servers, right? Here you have to choose the availability zone, guys, right? So where you create the subnet, guys, on top of availability zone A or B or C, guys, right? So where we create this one subnet, right? So we need the availability zone, guys. On top of AZ, we create subnets. Clear, guys? Right? So here, when we choose the, when you create the subnet, choose the availability zone, guys. Right? Clear, guys? Right? So let's say it's a, right? Something like this. So it's the default network. So it's a default network, right? So, so in this default network, guys, so how many IPs do you allocate? So it's something like this. And just roughly put some amount, something like this. Right? Something like this, guys. Right? So if you go for this network, so we allocate this much of IP space. Right? So if your network is like this, so how many IPs?
256.
Yes. So correct. Right? So 2 to the power this one, 32 minus 24. So it's 16 or something, right? No. 8 something, you get 256 IPs. Then 256 IPs. So if your network is something like this, okay,
Twenty-eight.
wait, 4, right? 16, huh?
Yeah,
16 IP.
Yes. 28
Yeah.
radios.
Right. Correct. 60, right? Something like this, guys, right? Yeah. So let's say uh, if your main CIDR block, guys, 10 0 0 0/24, guys, okay? You could create a VPC with this range, right, is your CIDR for your VPC, guys. Okay. Okay. You have to divide this one into subnets, right? Right. So let me divide 10, 0, 0, 0, /25, guys. This one subnet 10, 0, 0, uh, so 128, right? Right. So it's your another subnet, guys. Right. So it's your, this one goes to your VPC, right? So we need multiple subnets, guys, right? So in this subnet we keep different servers. In these subnets we keep different servers, guys. Okay. Yes or no? Right. So it's our public subnet. So from this one, from main network, we create, say, 2 public subnets, right? 2 private subnet, right? Something like this case. Or 1 public subnet, 1 private subnet, right? So this is the CIDR. This is the CIDR for the public subnet, guys. Okay. This is the CIDR for your private subnet. Wait. What is it? Sorry. Sorry, wait. I made a mistake, guys. Okay. So it should be the subset, right? Actually, guys, this network, is subset from here, guys. Can I put like this? Right? Is there subset? Is there subset? No, it's a different range, right? So it should be 10 range, right? So right here is it something like this is also start from set 10, guys, subset, right? So from this network, so we create 1 public subnet and 1 private subnet, guys. Right? Clear, guys? Right? To the power, it is 7 or 8 to the power. Right? The reason is, so here 0, right? So actually take the last 0, right? Actually something like this, right? Take the last 0, guys. Okay. So how many digits? So there are 8 digits, guys. Right? Clear, guys? Right? So there are 8 digits, right? So if you add all these things, 0, right? So this could be 0, guys, or 1, right? This digit could be 0. So we take 1 digit, so 25, right? So we are moving the bits, right? Then should be 25, guys, right? Network we take 1 bit, right? the one bit could be 0 or 1, guys. Okay? Because 0 is something like this. If it is 1, is something like this, guys. Okay? So here, how many IPs we create, guys? Okay? So how many IPs we create? If you take this subnet, how many IPs? So 32 minus 25, right? So then how much? 2 is 7, right? Okay. So this one could be 127, isn't it, guys? 127 IPs, right? Right. So actual IP, guys.
So it's 128 and also 126.
26, huh? Is this one?
It's a usable one. Broadcast and network ID. If we remove that one, 126 usable IP. Available IP is 128.
Through the
Slash 25.
Okay, 25. Okay, a usable IP. You say sorry. Actually, the total IP 128, right?
Yes, 128. And also, sir, that you have mentioned that slash 28. That one I think should be 16. In the first, can you go up?
This one.
No, sir. Up. Slash 28. Yes, sir. That one. Yeah, it's 16, right? Yes.
Is
Go
correct.
ahead.
16, right?
Yes.
Right.
I made a mistake. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay. Fine. Right. And so here is something like this. Right. So here, okay, I like this. So here we get 128. So here 128. Right. So if you add these things, how much?
So that would be, I think, 127. But
Yes. Right. So it's 127, right? So the question is, so here, so how many IPs we get? 127 IPs. Right. So actual IPs, guys. Yeah.
so one thing, yeah, when it comes to slash 24, okay, we are getting actually 0 to 255, right?
Yes.
Yes. So the network ID is 0 and its broadcast ID is 255. Okay, altogether it will be
Yes.
256.
Yes.
Yes. So when it comes here, it's start from 128 and going till 255, right? So then it's going half, as I think. We can remember,
Yes.
I think we have one calculator we can use. I can't remember
Yeah,
subnet.
yeah, subnet, yes.
I think this should
Yes.
be 128, sir.
Okay, now see, yeah, okay. So this should be 128. Okay, so a subnet is this one, other one is this one, guys. Okay, that. So if you take this one, okay, there are 128 IPs, guys. Right? So actual IPs available is equal to the total IPs. Total IPs minus 5 days. 5 IP space. Right? Something like then 127 minus 5. So then how many IPs? 222. Right? So I mentioned uses this IP for different purposes, guys. The 5 IPs for different purposes. Right? There are some unused IPs, network, right? Likewise, it uses say, look at here, guys. So here, this IP for network address. So this is for reserve one, right? So this is for something like this, guys. This also reserved for future. This is the broadcast address. So network address, broadcast address, the future use, and something like this, right? So one, there are 5 IPs, right? Something like this, huh? Right? So that's why the -5 is there, right? The 5 IPs, right? So you have the subnet CIDR block, this one. The following 5 IPs are reserved, right? The following 5 IPs are reserved, guys. Right? Right? So that's what the -5 comes, right? Right. Somebody please refer this one, right? So it's about IPv6, something like this, right? Right. So your subnet is this one, then these are the 5 IPs, right? So here also we get like this, right? So what are the reserve IP addresses? Yeah, there's a question here. Okay, sure. Right. So guys, right. So we go for a short break, guys. Right. So now the time is 7:35. Right. So we'll go for a short break. We'll start 7:50, guys. Quick break, huh? Right. Okay, guys, quick break. Shall we start this? Shall we start? Shall we start, guys? Do you need more time? Shall we start, guys?
Yes, okay.
Okay, let's start this, right? So it's beyond you guys, right? Right. So, right. So it's something about CIDR block, guys, right? Okay. So here, so please refer this one, guys. Right. So these things, right? Subnet sizing for IPv4, right? So it's in the Amazon documentation, right? So here you see, so 25. So here they subnet something like this, right? So right, right. So next one, we will discuss IAM, guys. right? Identity access manager, guys. Right? So there's the another service in Amazon, IAM. Just search IAM, guys. Right? Identity access management, guys. Right? So it's like Active Directory in Windows, or it's like LDAP, right? So here we create users, here we create groups, here we create. So let's discuss identity and access managers. Okay? Access. There's some permission space. Okay. So here we create users. So here we create the groups. So here we create permissions. So here we create roles. Okay. Something like this space. And here we create MFA, multi-factor authentication. Okay. And access keys. Okay. Something like this. Yeah. So we know users, guys. So we all familiar with users. We all familiar with groups, isn't it, guys? Right? So user group, we all familiar, guys. So we had users inside group. Okay? Okay? So we create permission space. Okay? So we create permissions. Okay? So we create the policies. So better to put like this, guys, not permissions. Sorry. Right. We create policies, guys. Right? Right? Something like this. So we create MFA, multi-factor authentication. So MFA, multi-factor authentication. So we use Google Authenticator. So it's the application. So it's a Google application known as Google Authenticator. It's a software. So you go to your Play Store and download this one, guys. Right? So when you log in, you give the username, password plus the authenticator token. Right? The software, right? So your phone, right? So, right? Is in your phone, guys. So it create the token, right? So when you access Amazon, right? When you access Amazon, guys, you give the username, password, and the token, guys. Okay? Or use this software, or use the YubiKey, guys. It's a hardware. Okay? So this is the virtual thing. So it's the hardware, YubiKey. Okay? So it also create tokens. Right? So when you MFA username, Okay. So the password, right? So token guys. Okay. Once you have given all those things, so you can log in guys. Okay. Something like this, right? So create token, use the Google Authenticator or this one guys, what we call this one, YubiKeys. It's a hardware, right? So you purchase this one in Amazon or any website, right? Right? So it's create token. So here, so look at this one, guys. Look at this one. So it's the permissions, guys, right? So permissions. So IAM permission based. So is that YAML based language, right? It's a YAML, right? It's a YAML based language, right? So we write, oh, there's some online software, we create permissions, guys. So how the permissions are defined here, guys. Okay. So here the version, every permission. So the version is there, guys. Version in the sense, so they use the a date or whatever number you prefer, guys. A statement start here, guys. Effect, allow or deny, guys. So right, effect mean allow or deny, right? Action means, so is the easy to describe or something. A resource, all resources. Okay. All resource, right? So allow the action something lasting load balance to describe. So resource all. So action mean verbs, right? List down, describe, access, right? Verb. Okay. And we have resource, right? User or groups can be assigned JSON. So here you can use the JSON or YAML format based, right? The permissions you may go for a JSON language or YAML language. Right? These policies define permissions of users. So group of permission space, right? So what is policy, guys? Policy is equal to permissions. So it's the so it's a policy document, right? Right? So it's like this, guys. So it's your policy document, guys. Right? It's your policy document. Inside policy, we have permissions, guys. Right? So we write some permissions. So this resource allow. this resource deny, this resource allow, right? So these things, permissions, right? The entire thing is the policy guys, right? It's a policy document, nah? But something like this. These policies define the permissions of the users. Okay? In AWS, you apply least privilege principle. Don't give more permissions than a user need guys. A user, you give least privilege permission guys. Okay? So here, you create a policy document and assign users. Some users you give allow permission, right? Some users you give deny permission. Okay? So it's a policy structure. So here is a version guys. So here 2012, it's a version. Or you give version 1, version 2, or use the date. Then we have ID and identify the for the policy guys. Right? So you give any name. Okay? So here we have a SID and for the statement. So effect whether the statement allow or deny. So here allow guys, we allow access. The principal guys. The principal mean the username. So user account guys. Right? Principal account, user account. Right? Okay. So here this is Amazon AR. Right? So here, so we create users. Okay. So users. Okay, let me show you guys. Okay. So we create users. Okay. So user. So here the user is a resource. So here users AR. Okay. So users AR, the action guys. So action could be the verb, right? So object, so get object, get put are verb guys, right? So which resource is the bucket, right? So the particular bucket, what is the bucket name here guys? My bucket. My bucket, the particular user, let's say Kamal, right? It's a Kamal's ARN or Ravi's ARN, your ARN, right? Right? So get object. They put object. They upload object and download objects. Right? The effect is allow. Right? So allow should be allow or deny, guys. Right? What is the policy effect? Right? Is allow or deny. Actions mean verbs, something like this case. But resources, the bucket, right? So here root allow. What are the actions, guys? Get object and put object. Get mean download and upload. Can do delete? No, guys. So find out the any delete verb is there, no. So here capital G, capital O, capital P, capital O, guys. But something else. And the resources, the bucket, databases, EC2 instances, right? Resource. Right. Likewise, we define permission space is a policy structure, right? So it's a policy. So here, so we have policies. Wait. So here policy. So here policies. So here, so look at the policy, guys, right? The bit of orange. So bit of orange is in a cubicle, right? The policy is, guys. So here, access, analyze the service role policy, right? Administrator access policy, right? So here, so let me search EC2 as an EC2 question. EC2 full access, right? So is the policy. Click here, guys. So look at here, guys. Let me put like this. Okay. So it's the policy, guys. The policy version. Okay. Effect. Hello, guys. Okay. Effect allow. Action. Something like this. All action. That means asterisk mean all actions. All action on CloudWatch. All action on EC2 load balancer. Right? So something like this. Okay. So it's a EC2 full access. So allow all full access resources. So what is this one, guys? What is this one? EC2 full all access space. Okay. Something like this. Okay. Okay. So look at here, guys. Okay, look at here, guys. So what is this one? So the effect allow, guys. The principal means, guys, the user's username. So it's a root. So it could be Kamal, it could be Ravi, right? Ravi is ARN. Right here, you have to place Ravi's ARN. Okay. So here, users. So Kamal or Ravi. So here, ARN, Kamal's ARN. Right. So here, you have to place the Ravi or Kamal's ARN. Here, they place the root ARN, right? Right. The principal means the user, right? Action. So put object and put object ACL, right? The particular user upload and put some put object ACL, guys. Configure ACL also. The resource. What is the resource, guys? The bucket. The bucket name. Bucket. So the resource. This is also, guys, all the files. Right? So it's a bucket. Asterisk mean all files and folders. Right? All files and folders, asterisk, guys. Condition. Something say the read or something, guys. Right? Yeah. So it's a policy document, guys. It's a policy document. Right? It's something like this, huh? It's something like this. So here you can refer this one. The public key cannot ACL allow anyone in the world to view the object in your bucket used for something like this, huh? Right? Right. So here using IAM, we create policies, guys. Right? The policies are here, guys. So right. So this much of policies. Right? So if you know this one, JSON or YAML, you create your own policies, guys. Okay? You create your own policies. These are the Amazon policies, guys, predefined policies. So who defined this one? Amazon. Amazon, they have defined this one called predefined policies. If you want, you create your own policy, guys. So here policy name. Policy name, guys. So it's a policy, guys. Inside policies, we have permissions, guys. Right? Something like that, right? And we have users. So we create user space, right? So create user. So Ravi, right? So the provide user access, the password and all. So give some password for Ravi. Okay. Let's use the same password. Okay. So remove this one. User must create new password as next level, right? Next. Set. Permission space. The Ravi, we give some permissions. Okay. Add user to group. So if you add Ravi inside sales group, then Ravi get the group permission, guys. If you add Ravi inside HR group, then Ravi get HR permissions. So whatever we assign to HR, Ravi also get those things, guys. is applicable for Ravi. Copy permission, guys. Okay. You can copy permission from another user. Okay. So if you want to give Kamal's permission, then choose Kamal and assign, guys, and say next. Or attach policies directly, guys. Okay. Or go here and you attach policies directly. Right. So let me choose easy to full access. Right. Yeah. So easy to full access. Are we giving admin permission, guys? No. Right. So here, guys. So a least privilege permission, guys. Right. I don't give full permission. Right. So easy to full access. Right. The shared ownership. Right. So he is going to manage EC2 instances, guys. Okay. So some users do give a DB access, only DB access. Some users do give a load balance access, full access, right? Right. So here, so Ravi give full access, guys. Easy to full access, right? Next. So create users, guys. Right? Yeah. So this is the Ravi's the console, guys. Ravi's console and username and password, right? Right. So let me copy here, guys. Go for the different browser, guys. Right? Don't use the same browser. Right? Use the different browser, guys. Right? If you log in here, if you log in Chrome, guys, right? Your access will be removed, guys. Right? Your admin access will be removed, right? Right. So go for the different browser, right? So here, go and log in, guys, right? So yeah. So here, the username. So what is the, so Ravi, right? Ravi, the password. So get the password, guys, or show the password, right? Right. So here, sign in, guys. Okay. Right. Now, guys, we logged in as Ravi, right? In this console, we logged in as Ravi, guys. So here, look at here, guys. Look at here, right? So it's Ravi, guys. Right. Right. So it's Ravi's login. So Ravi can access EC2. Go here, guys. EC2. Choose EC2, guys. So here, can Ravi access EC2, guys? Can get the all the list down all the instance details, right? So go to Mumbai. So can we run the instances? Can we delete the instances? Can he stop the instances? Yes. What could be the reason, guys? He has full access over EC2 service, guys. Good. He has full access over EC2. Why? Now see, guys. So let me go to the users list. Users Ravi. So we have given EC2 full access. Right. Can Ravi access databases? Now see, guys. Go to Ravi's console. Right. So here RDS relational database. right? RDS. So create a database. So here guys, can Ravi access database? No guys, so it's circling guys, right? The website circling here, right? So go back. So can Ravi create VPCs? Any VPC guys? VPC. So a VPC. So create VPC. Wait. So a VPC only. Just give some name, guys. Ravi's VPC or something. Huh? Okay. So the CIDR 24. Right. So create VPCs. Wait, 24. Sorry. Okay. So create VPC. So here. So he got some error message, guys. Okay. Yeah. So wait. So he can create, but he gets some error message. Wait, because uh, we have given full access. Yeah. So let's go for different service. A load balancer. Not load balancer. S3, right? S3 service. So create bucket. So create bucket. So can we create, guys? Fail to create. Okay. Can we create S3 bucket, guys? No. No, guys. Okay. The thing is, he doesn't have permission to create S3 buckets. Okay. He has only EC2 full access, not other services. Right? Right? Right. So we create users. We create groups. Okay. Sales group, HR group, admin group. Right? Likewise, we create groups, guys. Right? Right. Roles. So we create roles, guys. Okay. Right. Look at here, guys. Look at here. So it's our EC2, guys. EC2. Okay. EC2. So we have a customer, guys, or let's say it's a user, right? Say so Nimal or someone, right? Right. So let's give access to Nimal, guys. So this EC2, EC2. So give access to Nimal, guys. Okay. So we create a role, guys. So role. role. So what is the role name? Nimal access EC2. What is this one, guys? Is a role name. Nothing, guys. It's a role name. Right? So it's a so Nimal access EC2, guys. Right? It's a role. Is that active right now? Is it active, guys? No. We have to assign some policies, guys. Right? So the particular role, we have to assign some policies. Right? The easy to access policies, guys. Okay. Assign easy to access permissions, or yes, say policies. Right? We assign some policies. Once to assign, the role become enabled, guys. Role become enabled. Now it's active mode. Right? Once the role get activated, you have to assign this one to Nimal, guys. Right? So here we assign, guys. Right? So then Nimal can access EC2, guys. Okay. So we create the role, then we assign some policies, then the role becomes active. Right? Once the role becomes active, then we assign to Nimal or Ravi or whatever person. Right? So then Nimal can access EC2, guys. Right? Now see, guys. So there's a requirement, guys. So if you are EC2, guys, EC2 wants to access S3, guys. S3, right? So what we can do is we create a role, right? Role name. What is the role name? Right? EC2 access S3, guys. It's a role name, right? Then you assign some permissions, guys, to enable this role. S3 full access, right? Full access policy. Then is enabled. Right now the role get enabled, guys. This role you assign to EC2, right? The role, guys, a role we assign to human, right? So let's say assign to Kamal, Ravi, etc. guys, right? Plus we assign to the resources also EC2 load balancer. Okay. Now there's a requirement. EC2 wants to access S3, right? Then we create some roles and assign to S3, sorry, EC2, then EC2 able to access S3 guys. Okay. There's a requirement EC2 should access S3. Right? So there are some pictures here. Inside S3 we have some pictures. S3 automatically connect to S3 and download some pictures. Then we assign roles, right? Even we assign roles to the Amazon resources or human guys, right? So here we have roles. So we create roles guys, our own roles, right? So let's create role here, right? AWS service, right? Let's choose AWS service. Let's choose EC2. Okay. So here, assign permission guys. S3 full access, right? So when you create a role, you have to assign permission guys. Then only the role becomes enabled or is active guys, right? So next, the role name. So EC2 access S3. Invalid name. Okay. Full like this. EC2. EC2. Simola. EC2. Access S3 or something, right? So here you give some description. Right? Okay. Say create role is. Okay. The role already exists. Right. So now we have created the role, guys. Right? Now we have created a role. Right? AC2 access S3 or something is equal. So here, this is our role, right? Role, right? So here role, we assign some permission space. So we sorry, not permission policies, right? Right. Right. So this is something about IAM guys, Identity and Access Managers. Right. So we create the password policies. Right. So guys, any questions so far, guys? Are we okay? Comfortable? Are we comfortable, guys? Any questions so far? Hope all good, guys. Any questions so far, guys? Are we okay? Right. So guys, so any questions so far, guys, regarding this one, IAM, guys? Right. So guys, then we'll wind up today, guys. Right? If you don't have any question, then we'll wind up. Right? So guys, goodbye, good night, guys. Right?